Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So we're just doing today a little bit of a May favorites video, and honestly there isn't much, but I just wanted to share a little bit, and also wanted to share my experience at Oracle Park for a Giants Dodger game, because that was super exciting for me. It was the first time we went out in public in like a big gathering since COVID started, so I wanted to share my experience with that. So keep watching. The only thing I was really excited to talk about was the act+acre plant-based hair capsules that I have been using for about a month and a half now, a little over a month. This is something that I've been kind of keeping a secret because, you know, it wasn't launched before, but it is now launched. So you can go ahead and get it online now. And it's really great because I've always been very skeptical of plant hair capsules, only because I don't know much about them. It's kind of those things where you don't know if they work or not. However, these honestly have helped me so much, especially honestly the brand in general. I've already raved about them before, but they are a really, really good brand. Not only are they vegan, cruelty-free, this is plant-based, as I said, but all the ingredients on here is something that I understand rather than just like all these scientific terminologies. But it's helped my scalp, it's helped with hair growth, it's helped my skin a little bit too, which is what I've noticed, and also my eyelashes have gone in a little like stronger, and my eyebrows have kind of grown in a little bit more, which is really great. And they're really easy to take, and they smell amazing. Because I feel like sometimes pills can smell bad and they're hard to swallow, even though these aren't too bad. But I take 2 a day, and so far it's been doing really great with my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but I can do second day hair. This is second day hair and it doesn't even look that bad. And yeah, I just wanted to take a really quick moment to highlight that because they've been doing really great with this, and it's now available, so you can go ahead and get on their website, and I'll link it all down below, and you can get yourself some hair caps. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, or after that, was the Cocoa Kind facial cleansing oil, which I actually picked up at my job. I was running out of my makeup remover, the e.l.f. one, and so I was like, I want to try this one just because why not. And it's nice. It's glass, which is good, and I think bad for packaging. I think it's like really cool, but also it kind of makes me afraid to drop it, so I don't want to like mess it up or anything like that. So good and bad. Does it do the job? Yes, it does. It's really nice. Again, the only thing with oils is that once you wash it off, you have to take like a damp cloth, which I don't really have unless I like dampen cotton pads to like remove the oils, or just cleansing once with your facial cleanser and then doing it again just to get all the extra oils out of the way, which is whatever. It's just an extra step into your routine. Into your routine. Yeah, so there's that. And then lastly, I wanted to talk in like skincare makeup is sunscreen. So I've recently had some really bad luck with sunscreens, I think. I tried the Garnier BB, no, not Garnier BB cream, it's Garnier serum with SPF. I think it's the Canna B one. I have it here because I'm gonna test it one more time to see if it's good, because that or the Kula setting spray SPF 30 made me have a really bad reaction, to the point where it's like, if you can see, it's like really red right here. I don't know, it just got really irritated, and I also got it here and a little bit here. So I'm not too sure what ingredient is in it, or in both of those things, that causes me to break out like that and like really itchy hives. Because the BB cream, I keep on saying the BB cream, the serum was like good. It felt really nice. I want to love it. That's the problem. I want to love it because it feels almost like the Crave Beauty SPF that has now discontinued. And the Coola one was really cool because it's just like, oh, you can reapply sunscreen because that's important, and I'm going to be going to Chicago in August, so I want to be able to have sunscreen on me at all times, especially if I'm going to be outside for a wedding or whatnot. So I was really bummed out about it, and I'm gonna actually go later into Ulta to return it because this isn't happening. Because recently I went to San Francisco to go watch the San Francisco Dodgers game, and Dodgers won. And I applied some beforehand, and it got super red. Like, this is still from Saturday/Sunday. So I'm just like, okay, for sure, no setting spray anymore because there's that. However, one thing I did pick up was the Derma E Essential Sun Protection Mineral Powder SPF 30, and this is just a translucent one. So I picked this up at work actually because, again, I wanted something that I'm able to apply SPF, and as someone that likes to wear makeup, anything to kind of help clean up my look would work. And so this one is just basically that, you know, the product here, this here, and you just liberally apply it to where the sun is exposed. So I really like it just for the sake of how easy it is to reapply and things like that. And the only thing is that to put it back on, you have to be careful with the bristles. And I'm still trying to see if this is also causing any reactions towards me. This is the one that I've been using kind of daily, and it's been okay, but I don't know why with some sunscreens I'm like, I don't know what's going on there, because the Paula Choice one works well, Cray Beauty worked well, Burst worked really well, so I'm like, what is going on? So there's just that. And yeah, I never mentioned my next favorites in any other videos because I completely forgot, and I was just like, oh, I'll just do it next time, I'll do it next time. It is now next time. So I recently picked up these Cole Haan shoes from Nordstrom Rack. These are like the perfect white shoes in my opinion. They are leather, which is I'm a little concerned about for the summertime because it's gonna get hot, but they look really good. They were on sale at Nordstrom Rack, so you know that's a good deal. And they just look good with like any outfit, with the dress, with shorts, with pants, with a skirt. Honestly, they look really good and they're very comfortable, so I was really excited about that. And I kind of feel like suburban, like mom vibes, like, you know, stuff like that. I don't know if anyone understands what I'm trying to say about that, but yeah. So those are really good and really comfortable, and I'm really happy I snagged those. And lately I've been into Nordstrom Rack a lot, and I'm just like, what's in there that I can get and kind of stuff. So there's that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was this bag that I got from Fabbiano. She is on Instagram, and I will leave it down, everything linked down below. But I absolutely love this tote bag. I don't know, I'm a really big fan of tote bags, and sometimes I'm like, I want something that's like very simple, very neutral. Ugh. And I thought this bag was perfect, and I absolutely love her artwork. This is her artwork right here. And yeah, it's just a perfect little tote bag to carry around and do whatever you want with. So yeah, again, I was really happy about that one. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really had for my monthly favorites. Again, I didn't have a lot because I just didn't have a lot. I think I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't need to consume so much stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want this because it's trendy, I want it because I mean it, kind of thing, if that makes sense. With clothes, it's different, because with clothes, I'm like, I want to elevate my style and things like that, so I'm just like, whatever. But more so for like beauty products and skincare products, I'm mostly just leaning towards things that I'm already used to and I already really like. Because if it's already working, what's the point of changing it? You know what I mean? The only reason I'm like experimenting with SPFs is because Cray Beauty recently discontinued their SPF, which was unfortunate, but your girl needs her SPF. Especially now, as I've gotten older, I've noticed that I burn a lot easier than tan. I mean, I burn and then tan, but it's just like, homegirl cannot get burned like that all the time. That's not healthy. So that's kind of mainly the reason why I'm like experimenting so much with SPFs. But yeah, and I'm trying to think. So as I mentioned before, we went to Oracle Park for a Dodgers and Giants game, and I was super excited because we haven't been to a game since, 1, we moved, 2, since COVID happened. So 1, I was really upset knowing that Mookie Betts was traded into the Dodgers because I love Mookie Betts since the Red Sox. Because if you didn't know, I'm also a Red Sox fan, mostly Boston, but we'll get to that another time because of my dad. And we've figured out, like, basically how to pregame, go once a month. That's our Dodger season. You know what I mean? And then COVID hit, so I was like, okay, we're not going to see them. Then they won the World Series, which was great, but also it's just like, we couldn't even see that. We couldn't celebrate that because we were all the way in NorCal, so it's just like, what to do? And so I was like, screw this. It's Kevin's birthday. Dodgers are going to be in Giants Stadium. We're going to go. However, I was terrified just because of the whole rivalry thing. And I'm not one to be obnoxious or get obnoxiously drunk and start things, but I've heard stories of how, you know, fans could be obnoxious towards each other. Like, my dad growing up was like, I'm never going to take you to an Oakland Raiders stadium because we would be the opposing team. Like, that's not happening. So I'm just like, I'm terrified of the Giants stadium. But also, like, after everything that happened with at Dodger Stadium versus Giants and that unfortunate incident, it's kind of like, what is it coming down to, kind of thing. So I was a little nervous and a little hesitant about going and like wearing a lot of Dodger gear, but honestly, everything was super fun. I was pleasantly very surprised. And that's the other thing, that like Dodger teams travel really well, so there was a bunch of them there, so it didn't feel like that intimidating. So it was me and my boyfriend and his siblings and significant others, and we basically got seats kind of all the way, I would say they were nosebleeds, but to be honest, any view at Oracle Park is a great view, which is why I really like that stadium. It is a beautiful stadium, I'll give them that, and they have better food than Dodger Stadium, because let me tell you, their cheese pizza was so good. Garlic fries, so good. The beer selection they had, so good. I had like house cider and then this other beer brand that I can't remember, but it was super delicious. Loved it. I loved the experience of it. And everyone around us was actually really chill. Like, there was one inning where I called a grand slam and literally everyone around me acknowledged it, and even a Giants fan was just like, you called that? Alrighty, now keep quiet. Like, he was being really nice and like kind of playful about it. He wasn't mean at all, and it was just like, And then I was in line for something else, and this lady was like, there were like 2 separate lines, and I was like waiting in one line, but one line like was going faster, and then this lady looked at me and she's just like, do you want to like go ahead because you were already waiting? She was a Giants fan, and I was like, thank you. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a girl and like it's like men and men like fight more, but I was concerned about things getting out of hand, but it didn't, and it was really fun, and we did a sweep, so it was fine. But it was really cool, and I even texted my coworker and I was like, hey, like, if you're ever going to a Giants game, like, just to go, I'll go with you just to have fun, not necessarily to root for one team or the other, just because I missed being in an atmosphere like that. And also what was really great was that everything was spaced out. We were in the socially distanced section, so all the seats were zip tied together that weren't available, which made me feel better, so like groups can't like go in and huddle together, but it was nicely spaced out, and to be honest, I like that space. I wish it would kind of be like that all the time, but you know, it's COVID times, it's weird. But I felt relatively very safe. I had my mask on when I needed to have my mask on, and when I ate, I took it off and whatnot. And even if someone didn't wear their mask, they were most likely sitting in front of us, or they were really far away, which I was like, okay, that's fine, like, whatever. And stuff like that. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad, and they didn't ask for our ID or like vaccination cards or negative test results starting now. They did before, but they weren't doing that then. But either way, it still felt fine. And hold on, I gotta get Joe. And I guess right now is a good of time to share the news is that Joe had his cancer surgery and he is cancer free. Our little baby went through so much. About 2 weeks of rest and not being able to sleep with us on the bed, but he is now cancer free. The vet did say there is a 25% chance of him, or like the cancer coming back, but because of his age, they're kind of just like, just monitor him and he'll be okay, because, you know, Mr. is acting chipper as ever. But that's the other reason why I actually didn't really buy anything, was because which is not a bad thing, because every penny was definitely worth it, and I'm just happy that he's still here with us and we can do whatever we can for him. And I guess that would conclude my video, because I mean there wasn't much else to share. I was just really excited about last weekend and the relaxing time we had, and I was working in the floral department at my work for a few days, but I was working 10 days in a row, and then I also woke up at 3 in the morning to get to work on time, and then I got out at 1, so it was just this past like week and a half has been exhausting, but I still wouldn't trade it for anything because it was still really fun. And then I had a great weekend, and now I'm here, and now we got some other stuff to look forward to. So yeah, I think hopefully in the future I'll do some other different types of videos. You know, I'm still trying to figure out and process how to do more content creation on YouTube, but I still appreciate everybody and anybody who stays to watch my videos and listen. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching and listening. Everything I posted I will link down below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day and you stay well and stay safe, and have a great summer, spring / whatever that's going on, and congrats to all the graduation people. And I don't know what I'm saying and I'm just rambling, so bye!